Hey Playmakers, it seems like a trend to retire this time of year. Swiss tennis player Roger Federer announced Wednesday that his last match will take place tonight at the Laver Cup. Although Jalen Wilson had a rough start to the season, he's not letting his mistakes ruin his game. Wilson was named Big 12 Player of the Week last week for the second time in his career here at KU. Williams has been ranked #1 by the Women's Tennis Association for 319 weeks and finished as the year's end #1 5 times. Today, I'm talking about a spread, an over-under, and a parlay. A parlay is when you have multiple bets on any kind and they connect them all. Each bet is called a leg, and if all the legs in your parlay hit, it's a pretty big payout. Starting off with KU football, I'm happy to say we are undefeated right now. The Jayhawks won their second game against West Virginia 55-42. Quarterback Jalen Daniels threw 3 touchdown passes, including 1 in overtime, to help the team come out as champs. The ladies had a 7-game winning streak until playing #9 Iowa State, which is the program's longest conference play since 1997. The Jayhawks still had a great game Wednesday, with many players showing why they are a tournament-bound team.
We just wrapped up NFL free agency, and you're a Chiefs fan. That receiving core is looking a little depleted right now.
Yeah, Hill is definitely moving to the Dolphins, which wasn't the only big shift in the NFL this offseason. That's all we have for this week's 2-Minute Warning. Now to Lily to close us out. With spring approaching, sunny weather is just around the corner. For some people, it's just a season change, but for others, their mental health changes too. Seasonal depression, or medically known as seasonal affective disorder, is a syndrome used to describe a recurrent seasonal pattern on depressive episode. SAD typically occurs during the seasons with less sunlight, such as fall and winter. According to Medscape, about 5% of adults in the U.S. experience SAD, and it typically lasts around 40% of the year. So, what are ways you can prevent SAD? A pharmacist at Watkins Health gives us some tips on some natural ways to cope with SAD during this season.
So we usually recommend 30 minutes of exercise 5 days a week. Some other things is eating healthy foods. So some foods we like to think of are foods that are high in magnesium, so things like even chocolate, foods with B vitamins, foods that are high in protein, so like chicken, dark leafy vegetables. There's also a thing called light therapy. And so it's not just your average light, but definitely even getting some sunshine is good.
University of Kansas student Macy Flood has found a lot of mental health benefits from working out.
It's especially helpful like on rainy days, just boosting my mood instead of wanting to curl up in bed and not be productive, or just even being a better friend to like my roommates or girls in my sorority, being able to be more joyful and positive around them when it's easy to complain about the weather.
So get outside and enjoy that warm weather while you can. I'm Claire Decatur reporting for J552. One of the biggest things hockey is known for are the fights. And the biggest fights of the year took place this year at Rivalry at the Rink. On February 16th, the University of Kansas club hockey team took on the Missouri Tigers. The team had some unfinished business with the Tigers after losing last year 5-3 at Missouri, but won 5-3 at home. This year, the fans came in loud to bring the energy at Cable Dahmer Arena in Independence, Missouri.
Rivalry at the Rink is a little bit different than anything else we do with the Kansas Hockey Club. Everybody is there. We had like between 1,500 and 2,000 people there last Thursday, so it was super fun. It's a lot different, and obviously you're playing Missouri, so it's a little bit different than any other conference opponent we play or non-conference opponent that we play because the rivalry is there too.
KU junior Chance Laurie attended the game along with friends, where he chanted the name of a Missouri player's girlfriend, along with the players' fraternity in good fun.
I like the atmosphere because it's different. It's a little bit more volatile. It's a little bit more high energy. There's a lot of tension in the arena, which I think is really fun. It's a high energy sport, so, it's kind of heat of the moment. You're kind of cheering, you're not cheering, you're kind of bantering back and forth with other fans, which I think is really fun as well.
So, win or lose, we're sure proud of our Jayhawks. I'm Claire Decatur reporting for J552.